If Money Heist returned for Season 6, it would begin in a world still shaken by the Professor's final plan. Even though the gold was extracted and the gang escaped, the system would never truly forgive them. Governments, banks, and intelligence agencies would quietly hunt the remaining members, not for justice, but to erase their legend. The Professor would realize that freedom is fragile and temporary. Season 6 could focus on survival rather than robbery, showing how the gang adapts to living under constant threat. The red jumpsuit becomes a global symbol of rebellion, forcing the Professor to confront the consequences of inspiring millions. Instead of planning a new heist, he may be forced to dismantle the very myth he created to protect the people he loves. Tokyo's death would remain one of the emotional cores of Season 6. Her sacrifice would transform her into a revolutionary icon, inspiring protests and underground movements across the world. The series could continue using her narration, not as a character, but as a memory guiding the gang. Flashbacks might reveal unseen moments where Tokyo's instincts saved the group, reinforcing her importance beyond death. Her legacy could also haunt Rio, who struggles to live with both love and guilt. Season 6 might show how Tokyo's fearless attitude becomes the emotional fuel for the gang's next choices, proving that, even in death, she remains the heart of Money Heist. Season 6 could evolve into a silent war between the Professor and global power structures. Instead of a single enemy like the police, the Professor would face international coalitions working together to trap him. Intelligence agencies would study his patterns, psychology, and weaknesses. This season could focus heavily on mind games, misinformation, and digital manipulation. The Professor would no longer need a building to rob. He would target systems, data, and public trust. Every move would be calculated, slow, and invisible. The tension would come not from guns, but from ideas, secrets, and timing, making Season 6 darker and more strategic than ever before. Lisbon could emerge as the emotional and moral anchor of the story. No longer just a partner in crime, she would challenge the Professor's obsession with control and sacrifice. Season 6 might explore her fear of losing him to the war he created. As a former inspector, Lisbon understands how the system thinks, making her crucial in avoiding traps. She could push for a future without violence, arguing that the gang has already won. Their relationship would be tested as love clashes with ideology, turning Lisbon into the voice of reason while the Professor struggles to let go of the game. Season 6 could show the gang slowly drifting apart. Years of hiding, trauma, and loss would take their toll. Denver may try to live a normal life with his family, while Stockholm battles emotional scars from her past. Manila and Helsinki's memory could bring unresolved grief, forcing the group to confront what they lost. Not everyone would agree on staying connected, and this internal tension could become more dangerous than any external enemy. The season would emphasize that freedom has a price, and sometimes the cost is losing the people who once fought beside you. One possible direction for Season 6 is the rise of a new crew inspired by the original gang. Young rebels, hackers, and activists could attempt to copy the Professor's methods, but without his discipline or ethics. This would force the Professor into an unexpected role: mentor or enemy. He may try to stop them from repeating his mistakes, realizing that chaos without purpose leads to destruction. This storyline could explore how revolutions evolve and how symbols are often misunderstood by those who inherit them. Season 6 might bring back surviving antagonists from earlier seasons, now operating from positions of power. These enemies would not seek revenge through force, but through exposure and manipulation. Secrets from the Professor's past could be leaked, threatening to dismantle his carefully crafted image. This season could explore whether truth is more dangerous than bullets. As the walls close in, the Professor would face his most personal battle yet, protecting his identity while confronting who he has truly become. Rio's journey in Season 6 could focus on healing and redemption. After losing Tokyo, his character could shift from impulsive to thoughtful. He might use his technical skills to protect the gang, instead of putting them at risk. Rio's arc could symbolize growth, showing how pain can transform weakness into strength. His evolution would honor Tokyo's memory, proving that love does not end with death, but changes form. As pressure intensifies, Season 6 could build toward one final operation, not a heist, but an escape plan designed to erase the gang forever. This would involve fake death, identity changes, and misdirection on a global scale. The tension would come from whether he can truly let go of the game he mastered. The final theme of Money Heist, Season 6, would be freedom. Not money, not power, but the cost of choosing your own life. The season could end quietly, without explosions, showing each surviving character living differently, anonymously, and peacefully. The professor's voice might fade, leaving behind the idea that the greatest rebellion is knowing when to stop. Season 6 would not be about stealing gold, but about reclaiming humanity after war.